Hi, I'm Rob Wyman from Coast to Coast Auctions, and I wanted to talk to you briefly a little bit more about comic books. I am a comic book expert. My company has set over 700 world record prizes selling comics at auction. We are an industry leader. We've been written about in the National Auctioneer magazine talking about comic book sales. We've taught classes at both the several auctioneer conventions, the National Association conventions about comics. So I wanted to talk to you this time about two main distinctions in comic books. One way that you can help separate out your comics is by Marvel and DC. You can see this is a Marvel comic, this is a DC comic. We separated them out by Marvel, DC, and everything else. There are other publishers, but typically the comic books that are going to have value are going to be Marvel and DC. So when you organize a collection, a lot of times what happens is clients call us and someone has passed on and left them a collection, or they've bought a storage locker and it's full of these comics and they have no clue what to do next. Separating them out into Marvel and DC and then by title is a great place to start. And you also look at the cover price. I cover this in another video, but all these comics are going to have a cover price. That's your first indicator to value. The lower that number is, the more likely you have a comic book that might have some value. Not all old comic books have value, but this is a really great way to separate them out and know when you have a decent collection and you want to call us. There's a contact form down here on this website. If you're not on my website, if you're just on YouTube, there's a link to my website on the bottom here in the description. Go ahead and get a hold of us, and we would be happy to talk about setting our next world record for you. If this video brought you any sort of information and value, please click like, click subscribe, and then click the little bell to be notified when we put up a new video. Again, I'm Rob Wyman from Coast to Coast Auctions. Thanks for taking the time to watch.